Welcome back everyone, Zeke here for episode 10 in this Let's Play series of Doom. Today we're going to be focusing on the mission known as Titan's Realm. Hopefully you've enjoyed the series so far, and if you have done, or if you enjoy this video, please don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to stay up to date with all my recent videos. So what we're going to do straight away is jump straight down into this pit of despair then and take care of these two Keiko demons there that are causing me quite a bit of issue now. And oh, there's actually three, I missaw them then. Of course, with the Keiko demons, you want to use high powerful weaponry. I found out that the explosive shot with the shotgun works quite well. Of course, so do the micro missiles and the rocket launcher blasts, as you would expect there. And then what we're just going to do is just carry on up, and you'll see a improved Mancubus there. I can't remember what they're actually called. I think it's the Mancubus then. A little bit more powerful, and they do spray that green goop, so try and keep some distance with him. See, we took him down with a nice rocket launcher blast there. Then we're going to come into this room and deal with these, I can't remember even what they're called now. But deal with those quite nicely. Of course, if you wait till they go red and come at you, you can take them down normally with a couple of pistol shots or a shotgun blast at close range, which is always good. And again, more of those Keiko demons. I've got to say, they're becoming the bane of my life in the series. I really dislike them. And a third one just materialised out of nowhere then. Didn't even notice him coming at me then. But that one is down. And remember, there is health around the area should you so need it. But the main thing that you want to do here is, as soon as you see that checkpoint, you want to go underneath the first bridge and toggle this little switch there. Being careful of the goop on the floor because it will damage you over time, and being really silly there myself, missing out those couple of jumps. What this will do is it will open that door towards that pickup point, but we don't quite get that just yet. What we're going to do is go ahead through this particular area. And again, being careful, you've got the Hellraiser there with the two skulls, and over the right hand side then you've got a couple of imps and then a pinky in the far corner. Of course, with the pinkies you always want to try and attack them from behind if you can. Grenades, explosive shots are always quite helpful, as well as the explosive barrels, as you saw then. That particular area will open up in a little while, but so far let's just continue through and see what more chaos and mayhem we can do. And we're going to get two of these Hell Knights, I believe they are, coming from attacking both sides there. Of course, if you do have the chainsaw, you can take down one quite easily, as long as you have 3 chainsaw ammo at least. But once they are dead, be sure to pick up any of the armour pickups if you haven't done so already, and making your way through there. Your main thing is to toggle this little skull here as well to allow you to progress further, but of course around the area you will have health and armour, so do stock up. At this particular stage that still isn't open just yet, I wanted to just double make sure then, but you'll see the Mancubus at the end of the corridor there. Again, as we've said, Gauss cannons and rocket launchers as well as explosive shots do work quite well on them. What I'm just mainly doing here now is trying to get one of the challenges throughout the mission there, which is kill a Mancubus with a pistol, I believe, or maybe it was a Keiko demon. I can't really be too sure. I didn't really pay much attention to it, to be honest. But either way, that's down, and as soon as the checkpoint is reached, you can go in here and get the combat support drone, be able to upgrade one of your weapons just slightly. As you can see, we've got most of them throughout the game, and I'm going to go for the remote detonation for the rocket launcher. Even though I do like the 3-round burst of it, it does come in quite handy if you say overshot or overshoot some enemies and still need to put some damage onto them. Of course, we do have the BFG as well, ready and able to use. We managed to get that in episode 8, I believe, with the labs. Of course, we haven't used it that much. I'm trying to save it for special occasions even, where I get quite swarmed with enemies. But with that one down, we've got the Mancubus there as well. That's absolutely fantastic. And now a Revenant, so let's try and take him down quite quickly. Revenant's down, Cyberdemon, or Mancubus. Take them down, using the pillars of course. And when they start glowing, always going for the glory kills. Again, you're going to have enemies coming at you from all different directions there, and of course you do have the siphon grenade there, just down the stairs and to the right. Don't think I've actually used them just yet, but when you do, it siphons health from the enemy and gives it to you, so always helpful if you're running a little bit low on health. There's a power-up in the area there, as you saw then, just the haste power-up, and works quite nice if you do manage to get the Revenant stuck there, as we did. I completely didn't mean to do that, but it helps nonetheless. Of course, if you do fall down, you do have the lifts and everything to get you back up as well. So Pinky just destroyed them with a couple of shotgun blasts as well as the explosive shots. The stairs is a very nice place to catch them on it if you can, especially if they run up the stairs and hit the wall. You can then just double jump over them and normally get quite a few shots into their back while you try. Once all the enemies are defeated, that cage will lift up and you'll go into this particular area that you can see here. And your main thing is to get through the gate just up on our left here and go through the next portal. But before we do that, of course, in typical Doom fashion, there will be more enemies for us to destroy. So quite a lot of imps about, but of course they are quite easy to take care of. A shotgun blast at close range normally sees them off quite well, and with the introduction of the Pinkies we're going to see quite a few of those, so make sure that you know how to take them down really quickly. And a couple of Revenants and a Mancubus, so there he's done as well. Of course this would be a nice stage for me to use the one of the shots of the BFG should you need to, or should you have the spare ammo. Gets rid of the enemies quite quickly, but as long as you use the pillars and as long as you aren't that wasteful with your main ammo for your more powerful weapons, so that's going to be your rocket launchers, your Gauss cannons and your miniguns, you should have no problem dealing with them. Of course there is ammo littered about the area as well, just in case. But with those two Hell Knights down as well, you will get the Mancubus as well. Utilize the area to your advantage and try and narrow it in for the glory kill if you can. There will be one on the floor, not necessarily too much to be worried about, especially with all the pillars and areas that can block off his shots, but he is also down as well. Of course, if you go back to the way that you came in, there is ammo, health and armour there as well. And of course on the ground as well, then you're going to have armour and health and ammo as well, so you shouldn't get into too much difficulty as long as you keep moving, utilising your weapons and change them out quite nicely. The imps, as we said, being more of an annoyance and a nuisance than anything else. Don't really need to worry about them too much, but of course you will need to defeat them all before you progress. Of course, if you do have any difficulty with any of the enemies as well, you can utilise the jumps as well. And of course the quad damage there that's hidden at the back will come in quite handy when you deal with the Baron of Hell there. We saw one explosive shotgun blast there, and I believe it was a couple of shotgun bullets, just one. They're taking down the Barons of Hell, so it's really useful and really handy to have. And then once we've gone through that jump, you've got the auto map upgrade should you want to use it. Of course, that will give you a little indication on just the path as well as any secret areas as well. And when you come through, obviously the skulls are going to attack you one at a time. Just go forward and shotgun them out the way. In that particular stage, I just missed that one. You'll come into the circular area there with a lot of explosive barrels around the edge. Obviously when you go near them, unless you've got the suit upgrade, try and stay away from the explosive range of them, otherwise you are going to get hurt quite badly for that. And I'm just making sure that no enemies spawn behind me. Of course this is the place that you need to go through, but before we do, we're going to need the blue skull, which is actually going to be around this area, I believe. Yeah, take the jump up, and of course this will open up and there'll be a secret area in there. For some reason I've already got it, or it didn't show up on mine. You will go through this area, and the yellow skull will be here. At this stage the roof will slowly start coming down on you. It will squish you if you are stuck underneath. There's two ways of getting through this. One, going into that area that opens just there up on the right, or going all the way back and putting the gate that you went through on your back. Both do save you from this, and as you can see it's just a tight squeeze, but we are safe nonetheless. As soon as it's hit the ground then, of course, and if you do survive you can just carry on through this particular area, being careful then of the goop on the floor as we said previously, and just going down into this area. You'll have a couple of these, for want of a better word, possessed, zombie possess. The suit upgrade there, the Praetor suit upgrade, should you want it, and a upgrade or a power up there. But the main thing is to activate this to allow you to go through the yellow door, and once you've done that you will come across the Mancubi, or the Mancubuses. I'm not too sure what the plural of the Mancubus is. Of course, take them down as quickly as you can. If you want to get close to them, you've got the invulnerability for it. At this stage it wasn't that aware that had actually run out, so I currently stepped in the plasma goop quite a few times. But when you come through back into this area you are going to be attacked by the pinkies, so make sure that you've got some kind of explosive weaponry, or your shotgun handy, or even your BFG. That's going to come in quite handy. As you can see, at this stage I do use that, but for some reason the pillar shielded this one from the blast. Not going to complain, we managed to take him down quite quickly anyway, and activate the yellow door. Once you're through there, be careful because that walkway will go out from underneath you and there's no way to stop that. Just going to have to defeat the Mancubus as well. Again, once they do glow, I always tend to go in for the glory kills just to save a little bit of ammo. You can continue to shoot it should you so wish. And of course, as you can see there, up on the right, or right in front of me now, there is a thing that goes up and down and does destroy anything that's underneath it. I believe we saw just a little bit earlier then one of the Revenants getting stuck underneath that and it destroying it completely, so make sure that as it comes down you are not underneath it. Dealing with the imps now as well, and you're going to have a few more enemies spawning in, a couple of Revenants, but take them down quite easily. Hell Knight as well, I believe. But again, taking them down quite easily. Once you've dealt with those, you will get a Mancubus, or Mancubis, coming in. And the main thing that you want to do is, once you've defeated the enemies, jump onto the floating platform and activate that skull as well. But unfortunately we still got enemies about. And I'm currently stood in goop. It's a bit too late there that I was underneath the stone that goes up and down there, so obviously I took the chance and jumped onto the ground there. But again, utilising the triple shot there of the rocket launcher and defeating that enemy quite quickly. And as we said, what we're going to do now is just traverse back, wait for the stone to come down, jump on it, and activate this skull. And then go through the open door. So at this particular stage what you want to do is stock up on all the ammo and health that you can find, and as you can tell by everything littered around the area, it is going to be a fierce firefight coming up now. And so what you want to do, best course of action is head back down towards the exit. If you've got a BFG shot or any explosive rounds of the shotgun or even your rocket launcher, start firing them straight away. Of course, try and make use of the stairs as well. These invisible pinkies, if you catch them in the right angle, will not be able to run up the stairs towards you. example, if you hide out roughly about here and keep them near that pressure pad, you can normally take them down with a fair amount of ease. So just clear up these enemies on the walkway as well. We've got the Keiko Demon, a couple of imps, nothing too difficult, especially if you've got this far through the game. And keep moving as much as possible. Not that you really need to, these shouldn't be too difficult, especially with the health and armour ranged about, but just in typical Doom Guy fashion. And once you've defeated most of the enemies, you will get a Mancubus behind you. Again, utilise the rocket launcher or the Gauss cannon or any strong powerful weapons that you've got to defeat it quite quickly. And as you can see, I actually left one of those out. There'll be another one floating about, so make sure you defeat him quite quickly as well. Not worrying too much about getting that close to him. And then at this stage, you will have one more to defeat, as well as a Baron of Hell. So, of course, with the Barons, you can just keep your distance, utilise the rocket launcher, and take him down quite quickly. At that particular stage, I missed that the Mancubus was almost dead. But the Baron of Hell is now dead, and in a second, there's the Mancubus. So we're actually coming near the end of this level now. It is a nice short level if you know what to do and don't get bogged down with the heavily infested enemy areas. Again, just taking that little jump through, of course you can activate the spires and get a little bit of more information about the particular area. Again, back into the circle area that we've been in before. Explosive barrels around the edge, so be careful of your shots. Tons of imps to deal with straight away. Again, not too difficult. If it needs be, use the explosive barrels. They're going to come in quite handy for them. And then watch the walkways where you're going to have Mancubuses. You're going to have the summoner coming up soon, as well as the imps. But of course the berserk power-up that we're utilising quite nicely here is just going to let you pretty much go through all of them with relative ease. One thing I would say is maybe activate it a little bit later than I did, if you can deal with the enemies, only because the Baron of Hell does spawn just near the end, and that is a real easy way of taking him out. Of course, with the Berserk it takes down all enemies in pretty much one melee shot, or one melee hit, so that's absolutely wonderful. We stock up on any health, armour or ammo that you need ready for the next match, go through the blue door, and that will be the end of the mission. Of course, if you enjoyed it, please don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe, and stay tuned for more of this walkthrough Let's Play of Doom. Thank you very much for watching, and as always,